beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a Bantu knot tutorial. This hairstyle has been around for the longest time I can remember, but I decided to try it on my thick, fussy, natural hair. I just wanted to get this African vibe everybody was getting. So I decided to try this hairstyle. So first, I start by parting my hair into 3 sections. I start from the back and then the middle. For this parting, I have a mirror before me, and that's why I use in parting the front part of my hair and then the middle part of my hair. So the mirror just makes it easier for you to see if you're getting a clean part or if you need to do a little bit of adjustment to your lines. So after making sure that my lines were neat enough and I have 3 sections, I just decided to braid it down before I start parting the hair properly for the Bantu knot. For this hairstyle, we're going to be using shine and jam, rubber bands, and a little bit of oil to release the tension in the rubber bands. The rubber bands give this a firm grip, so you really don't have to do too much. For this Bantu knot, I was going for a triangle parting, something like that. So I decided to start from the front and then part my hair not straight. I decided to make it slant a bit just because of this triangle vibe that we're going for. I knew all this comb was literally everything because it just made the parting way more easier for me. I totally recommend, especially if you want to be doing your hair yourself. It just makes it easier. So after parting and making sure my lines were slant and neat, I decided to apply my shine and jam on that part of my hair and then just smoothing it out with the comb. So you get to choose the amount of shine and jam you want on your hair. I mean, I didn't put too much on my hair because I felt it was enough and it was just okay for my hair. So it depends on the texture and the thickness of your hair. So after doing that, I just use my rubber bands to tie it. And please, when you're doing this part, I need to confess, you don't have to do it too tight. I'm going to tell you later on, but you don't have to make it too tight. I was just making it extremely tight because I felt that my natural hair is too thick and it might just start coming off, but you don't have to make it too tight. I went ahead to twist the remaining part of my hair. You don't have to do too much there too because you are still going to braid on it later on. So moving on to the next side of my hair, the same pattern, the same process. You just make sure your lines are slant and not straight because don't forget you are going for a triangle pattern. So I was just trying to make sure that my lines were neat, and with the mirror before me, I was able to see if my lines were neat or if I had a clean part or if I needed to adjust my pattern. So after making sure that my parts were clean, I decided to apply my shine and jam. And I really like using shine and jam for my hair, especially when I need to braid my hair or do hairstyles like this, because it doesn't flake or leave any white cast on it. Instead, it leaves your hair shiny and oily. After using rubber bands to tie my hair, I just got here to twist the remaining part of my hair to the left or to the right, depending on which one is easier for you. So I'm just going to repeat this same process for the front and then come back. had 4 strands of hair in the front, and then to the middle part of my hair I follow the same process, parting it slantly and then making sure that my parts are clean. But this time around I had a small mirror which I put it in an angle that I could see the back of my hair through the front mirror, so that way I'm able to check if my parts are clean enough or I need to make an adjustment. So the mirror just made it easier for me to see the middle part of my hair, and then I just decided to pre-part before I continue using the rubber bands and shine and jam on it. So now after that, to the back of the hair you may need a mirror in front of you and a mirror behind you, so you can just place it in an angle where you can see the back of your hair through the mirror in front of you. But here I just decided to part my hair first, and then using the small mirror I had, I placed it in an angle where I could see the back of my hair through the mirror behind me. I'm not just good at explaining this, but I just hope you get it. So for the back we have 3 strands of hair at the back, the middle we have 5, and in front we have 4 strands of hair. So now for the braiding hair we're using color 33 Xpression. It's not pre-stretched, I stretched it myself. Now for the bantu knot, all you have to do is place the braiding hair on your twist and then just forming a 3-strand braid. You hold it firm and make sure you braid it a little down till it's firm enough, and then you form a 2-strand braid like you want to twist the hair. That's what I did there, trying to form the 2-strand braid, and then I started twisting to the right, and yeah, that's what I did. I started twisting to the right, and just like that. You don't have to twist it till the end because you may want to, but like it's not compulsory. If you want to twist it to the end, fine. If you don't want to, fine. It's still going to work anyhow you do it. But I decided to just twist it a little bit down and then start rolling it round the little braid you made in the beginning. So that's what I was doing. You see why you don't necessarily need to twist your hair. So when you roll it around, just make sure that it's firm and it's not coming off. Just hold it and roll it, just so that, because if this part it's not strong enough, then your knot will not be knotting. So you have to make sure that this part you have to just calm down and gradually twist and roll, just like that till the end. I'm just going to repeat the process again. So when you're braiding and you notice that hair there is a bit too thick, you can decide to just divide it into 2, like not make the 3-strand with your hair. You can just divide the hair and make it 2 strands. just so that the hair will not be bulky on one side of the hair. I don't know if that makes sense because I didn't really show it here, but like just basically trying to divide your hair so that it's not too thick on one side, and then you continue twisting it down till when you start rolling it. That's basically it. When you are rolling the hair, just make sure that you are still twisting it like this so it can be able to go under like I did here and go around like that. So this is why you shouldn't make your rubber bands too tight, because when you are doing this it gets tighter, and so if the rubber bands are already tight, then it's going to be really painful. But you know, and just like that, we have this wonderful knot on our head, this Bantu knot. I don't know why it took me so long to try this hairstyle. I was just underestimating my natural hair. Come on, see this African queen looking so but you know, baby girl always wants to start her hair late at night just so she can give you that morning sweet, that hey. I'll look at me the next morning now looking like that African queen, giving triangular Bantu knot African queen hairstyle. So I just hope you rock this hair because I really loved the hair. It was just giving the vibe. I mean, I just tried it for the first time, so I'm not mad at it at all. So I really hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye.